Hey everybody, this is the Comic Book Club, and today we are doing Adventure Comics 303. It was our good friend Matt's choice, and take her away.
Adventure 303 had two stories in it. One was a Superman book, and the other was a Legion of Superheroes story. I chose to just do the Legion of Superheroes
There was actually
story.
three stories, but that's okay.
There was actually four.
There was there
Yes,
four?
if you count the two little strips, yes. Here is the cover. The
I read
cover
them
has absolutely nothing to do with the Legion story, but it's still pretty cool. And still something that we have to cover. So, synopsis really quick for the story that we did. The story was written by Jerry Siegel and the art was done by John Forte. This is the period just before Jerry Siegel was fired again. Excuse me. So Sunboy and Lightning Lad are recuperating in the hospital after getting injured on a mission in a crash of a spaceship. Sunboy is given what's called a curative capsule, which is this little capsule that they were able to use phantom technology to put in. And they put it in the injured ankle by a Dr. Landro and told that his ankle will be cured in a couple of days. They then do the same thing with Lightning Lad's knee. The Legion, meanwhile, has a meeting where they meet yet their newest member, Matter Eater Lad, whose powers is that he can eat anything because on his planet everything was poisoned and they evolved so that the entire populace could eat anything. So literally anyone from this planet could have joined the Legion.
Mm-hmm.
After a series of missions end in failure, the Legion begins to suspect that there might be a traitor in their midst. At the same time, the criminal alien Meglaro manages to escape from prison. Meglaro, for those that I tried to use my tablet, I couldn't get a good image to show. That's why I haven't put it. He's this alien thing that is inside this like glass bubble.
Mm-hmm.
And has like some sort of powers over things. Brainiac 5 builds a device which leads him to the truth. None of the Legionnaires have actually turned traitor, but they have been betrayed by Dr. Landro. Using a special device, the Legion learns that the
capsule.
That the good doctor, has placed a miniature shrunken spy into the curative capsule, which was implanted in Sunboy's ankle. And Brainiac 5 figures this out when Sunboy is doing part of the mission. He goes, "Ow, my ankle," meaning it hadn't healed with the curative capsule. Sure enough, this miniature spy that's inside the capsule has a little radio with him, and he's been sending information to this Megalo about what's going on with the Legion, what the Legion is doing. With the plot revealed, Superboy manages to defeat and recapture Megalaro, and the other Legionnaires manage to enlarge and remove the capsule from Sunboy, capturing the spy. In the meantime, to throw them off, they accuse Matter Eater Lad of being the spy at one point, and he takes off once they've figured out what's going on, just to throw off the scent that they know, that so that they don't know that they know. If you get what I'm saying. Pretty simple, easy early Legion story. I like it a lot. It's not for everybody, and I get it. It's your typical 1960s Silver Age. Part of the thing about the Legion in the first few stories of this run was, here's this new member. Let's find a way to get the new member involved so people remember him. And then they don't use him again for like 8 issues. Okay. That's the one thing about the Legion. For those that follow it, there's like 6 members that they use in every story. And then every so often the other ones rotate in and out. It's kind of a thing. So the cover. This is the cover of the book. It's a Kurt Swan and George Klein cover. And honestly, it's to the Superboy story, but if you were to read the Superboy story, you would find that the cover actually matches it quite well. The art is pretty good. I like the yellow. One thing I like about DC covers from the Golden to the Silver Age is their monotone background covers, and they're just monochromatic. That's it. You know, whether they're yellow, red, purple, blue, whatever. I really like the one color. So I'm going to give this cover a 3.5. I'm a big Kurt Swan fan, and we didn't cover this story, so otherwise I would have rated it higher.
Good score.
Now, for the interior art, I've always been a fan of John Forte. I've always thought he was one of the top 5 Legion artists from before the 1980s. So this is one of his typical books. It's not great. It's not the worst. The interior art is a good 3. It's a good solid 3. The writing, however, Jerry Siegel has actually become better over the years. He was a bit, you could tell when he was younger, things were like, oh, Superman did this. Oh, and then Superman did that. Oh, and then Superman did this. Here, he's a little more focused around the main plot, but there still feels like it's a little bit of like, okay, you're doing this and you're doing that and you're doing that. Hut, 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 let's go, you know? So it does advance the story by bringing in a new character, and it has a plot that, while simplistic, does work for what it does in the 9 pages that the story is. So I'm going to give the writing for this a 3 as well. And overall, I'm going to give the book, the storybook, whatever, a 3.25, because it's not quite a 3.5. And it's okay. It's enjoyable, but it's not the best thing ever written. It's not the best thing ever drawn. And to go next, I'm going to bring up my good friend, D.
Oh, all right. So I'll start breaking it down. The cover was okay to me. I'm not in love with it. It's a kind of a typical Silver Age cover where it's, you got word text on there and you're kind of trying to figure out what's going to happen inside. And obviously, like you said, the cover does fit the Superboy story a lot better. And I did also read the Superboy story.
Pretty good.
I hated the Superboy story.
Oh,
I felt like jumping off of a plane, and
I agree.
oh man, I was like, ooh, that was a rough one. What the hell? But I can see why that wasn't. I'm glad you liked it, and I'm not mad for it about that. I can see why that wasn't the story picked for this issue. But it wasn't terrible. The Superboy story, I'll get off the story that we're not even talking about in a second. There's like 10,000 Silver Age DC stories like this. It's kind of a one-off tale. You're never gonna visit these characters again. It's goofy shenanigans. Someone looks like Superboy, and I don't know. It didn't do much for me. So then we get to the Legion of Superheroes story, and maybe I missed something, but so the capsule thing, with the spy and his ankle, I knew that's what was causing the drama because they made like a too big of a deal of it early in the story, but I kind of wish I knew who was inside of it. There's just some random.
They do show him when they capture him at the end. They enlarge him.
They don't say who he is.
Yeah.
Well, no, they don't say who he is. He's just a minion.
Yeah, and I heard the story.
Yeah, I was gonna make a minion joke, but I won't.
Banana.
But yeah, and it was just some random like bald guy that was like, I'm good. I'm sorry. I did what I did. But the story overall was okay. I see what you're talking about though, where it's kind of herky jerky. It's here, it's here, it's here, it's here, it's here, it's here. The end. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'd get into it more if I was a bigger Legion fan, but I never ever got into the Legion, and the names of the characters throw me off. It just, I don't
It
know.
is a lot to keep track of. The Legion at one point has 26 members, so it is hard to keep track of.
It's not ease of trackability that steers me away from them. It's just not. It's not my. It's not my characters that I love and care about. I am familiar with them though. It's not like this is like new exposure to me. But yeah. So inside art. Oh, hey, cover. I'll give it a 2.5. It's not bad. It's not good. No one's gonna buy this issue and collect it and it be valuable because of the cover. But it's also not terrible either, you know? And I know you are a huge Kurt Swan fan. I'm like lukewarm on Kurt Swan. The interior art, another 2.5 for me, because it's just nothing jaw dropping. It's nothing that just like, wow, look at that panel, look at that panel. Like, there's nothing here that I would want to blow up and put on a poster. So, but it's also not bad to the point where it's like distracting from the story. Story, I'll give it like a 1.5. It's not. I don't think the story was particularly well written. And even if it was well written, the thing that they're writing about was not super engaging to me. So overall, I'll give it a 2.25. And that's my ranking. And next, man, I'm gonna go Biggie Shack.
Thank you, D. Appreciate you, my friend. I'm going to add this up, then I'll jump right into it. 2.5, 4.5, 5.56, 8.25. 8.25, quick mess.
It's 21 total.
Yes, sir. 21 total. Thank you, Matt. Quick mess. All right, Biggie. You know what? We usually say that D's kind of hard on books. I think I'm going to be a little harder.
We did not collaborate on this. This is completely raw and random, like separate opinions.
I don't know what Alan or TM's going to say. I don't want y'all to feel like we're ganging up on this, but
okay, Mr. Legion didn't give it all 4s and up. Okay, so I'm not that upset.
No, you didn't. You gave it some pretty. I was a little surprised it was as low as what you said. So, Kurt Swan's a fantastic artist. He's got to have the right scenario, the right moment for the cover to work. Like for me, I don't particularly like 252 as a cover. I think it's okay. 242, dynamic. The Legion of Superheroes, dynamic. You know, it's got to be the right moment for him and right setup. This is about as rough as it gets for Kurt Swan, I got to say. So I'm going to give it a 2. The inside art, I didn't feel like it was projecting the story that was getting told. There's a lot of words, not a lot of action in the panels. So it was like, you know, there's a moment, they're standing there, whatever. You got Mad Reader Lad eating the bars. Okay, that's something. You got I mean, it wasn't bad art. It's good art. It just wasn't like progressive. It wasn't progressing the story. It was kind of like slow, and it was a lot of words, and it didn't work for me. So I'm gonna give it a 2. Not average, below average. Story. The whole damn story. The best part was what Matt told us before, the planet of Pepto, you know, or whatever it was. Like that was the best line.
Planet Bismol and the city of Pepto. Pepto Bismol for the guy who can eat everything.
That was the best part.
Did
I might
you
have been-
mention the city? I didn't see that.
I didn't either.
No,
I
it's
just-
not listed here. It's not listed here, but in a later appearance, it says they go to visit the planet. We're going to the capital city of Pepto on the planet Bismol. That's why I know it later.
Okay.
So I made the mistake of just jumping in and reading the first story, thinking that was the origin, and I thought it was not that great. It's Superboy looks like a king. That has nothing to do with the score, but maybe it affected my negativity towards it. This story was better than that one, but not by much. And yeah, I'm gonna go 2-0 and average 2-0. This was kind of a disappointment. It wasn't really. I think we could have gone without it, but I got to give this a low score. So when good books come in, I can give them better scores. So I'm gonna go with Alan.
Okay. So I read the whole thing because hey, why not? And there was actually elements in both stories that really annoyed me, and there was points that I really liked. So one of the things that I liked about the first story that I thought was just really, really funny and really, really cool was the princess kisses Superboy.
Oh yeah.
We can't use the first story.
super kiss, which
we
I
can't-
thought was really interesting.
We can't use the first story as a grading point for this. Can
I
we?
know. I'm
All
just,
right, I'm just saying.
I'm just saying that I thought that was really funny.
Okay.
You know, one of the things that annoyed me, and you know, and this is consistent throughout the book, is the scene where he falls out of the plane. If he actually opened the hatch and that easily, that plane has some serious safety concerns.
Keep in mind, this is a plane from like the 1930s, right? So
I get it, but still, if you open a hatch, you are gonna suck everybody. You're gonna like depressurize the cabin. Things are not going to be good for the people on the plane. That was just a thing that was really weird.
yeah, I get it. It's
Okay, so that was like, oh man, what are they doing here? In the story that we actually did read, the capsule thing, I just was like, that's so. It just seems so weird, you know. Like that's the it just was it was just a little bit weird. And like the thing is, if you think about it, this guy is stuck in a little capsule inside the guy's leg. What is he? How is he surviving?
believe me, that is to cross my mind too.
Yeah, so I just like, and
All I can say is 30th century technology. They can shrink a guy. They might be able to put a recycler in there with food, pills, and
yeah, and
he's
then
just
the other,
pissing in a bucket. Who knows?
yeah, and the other thing is like, you know, they have like this technology that can detect whether there's any like, you know, bugs in the room or whatever, right? And they don't detect the thing in his leg. So, you know, things like that were just a little bit, you know, there was some writing that was a little not totally planned out accordingly. I'm actually going to give the score based on the full book because I'm going to do that because I actually think the first story was better than the second story. So I'm just trying to do that to be nice because I think if I didn't do that, it'd be a much lower score. And that
Of
kiss,
course,
really
Alan. Of course, you just always have to be the rebel.
and the kiss for me was
Rebel
really
scum.
what brings the entire book up because that was so funny. I was like, man.
Alan's jealous he didn't get to kiss Superboy.
Well, yeah. So that's what I was thinking the whole time. For me, the cover was really weak. There's no sexy girl on the cover. There's no go-go checks. What is the point of this cover without those two elements? I mean, it's just like, why? The cover just didn't work for me. I do like Kurt Swan though. I gave the cover a 2. I'm not as brutal as some other people.
That's as low as I went, man. What are you talking about?
I just didn't like the cover that much. It just
All right.
didn't do anything for me. It's one that's rememberable though. And actually, if I was just rating it like based on the quality of the cover, I would actually grade it lower. But because I can remember it, because it is a key book, because it is matter eating lad that eats matter.
And matter eater lad. Now you've
Matter. But I just always mess up his name. But that was another thing. I think this book could have been a 5 in terms of the writing if that guy that eats stuff. I'll just call him the guy that eats stuff instead of matter eater lad. I got it right that time. Okay. I wanted him to eat 2 things. I wanted him to eat that little guy in the bubble. If he ate the guy within the bubble, wouldn't that have been so cool? He just like problem
But that
solved.
would have been killing, and that's against the Legion code.
Yeah.
Oh, that would have been funny. And then the other one I was hoping you'd eat was the little capsule guy. I just think that would have been really cool, and it would have been like just would have made. I would have given the story a 10 out of 5. You know, like I would just thought that was awesome, but he didn't do it, so I was a little bit disappointed. Okay, the interior art for me was a 3. Actually, I did find it progressed the story, and I thought it was okay. I also gave the writing a 3, and that's because of the first story. The kiss thing made balanced out. I would have given a much lower score if it wasn't for that kiss. And I thought the 2 cartoon stories were pretty cute too, especially the boy. He's like so excited about winter, about missing school, and then his mom gets him to like shovel the driveway. Okay. So
How many people had? How many?
That was
people
actually
had
the best
like
story
that?
in the book. Okay. And the last thing is my overall score, 2.5, because I think it's sort of it's a book. So
All right.
1, 3, 2.5 for overall.
Very cool.
Okay. And I'm not sure who to pick next. It's just so many options for me. But I'll go with my favorite reviewer, TM.
We saved the best for last.
Yep. All right. I'm gonna not start off good, but that cover, I get why it's people are sought after it, and that I understand why you like it, Matt, is because it is a key book of a character you like and stuff. Like I'm after Adventure Comics 229, which is a terrible cover, but it's a character's first appearance for me. But it's just not a cover that really captures me. And I do like yellow covers. I do really, really like yellow covers, but this one just didn't do it for me. It was kind of bland, didn't have anything to do with the story that we're reviewing today. Not like Alan the Rebel. So I will agree with everybody that it is a 2. It's definitely a 2 for the cover. Interior art, I didn't mind it. It was pretty good. I will give the art inside, I will give it a 3. Now for story, I'm probably the only one here that really enjoyed it. I really did enjoy it. I looked at it through kids' eyes because I remember this type of story being in cartoons and that either Justice League cartoons or Teen Titan cartoons, the same kind of trope. It's a trope we have a traitor amongst us. Oh, we got to figure out who it is. Oh, look, there was somebody behind the scenes that was doing it all. There was no traitor at all. Then we have a new character coming in, and we're like, oh, it's that Matter Eater loser. That's the guy who did it and stuff. And as when you're first introduced to this character, you're like, oh, well, yeah, he probably did do it. But knowing this character now, and through many years of just hearing people talk about Matter Eater Lad, that he's not a villain. So going into it, it wasn't him. So it was just it was a fun story. It wasn't groundbreaking. It was no Watchmen or V for Vendetta, which would have been a good book, Matt. Would have been a good book.
I screwed that up.
Yeah.
If I'd realized the calendar, I would have picked V for Vendetta.
So for that, I'm going to give this story a 3.75. I'm going to give it some grace.
Okay.
Overall, though, I will give it a 3.
All right. Now we'll all come together and have a joint discussion about it.
Well,
Yeah.
the thing is, the Matter Eater Lad is considered a bit of a joke. I mean, come on, like he can eat the planet they give him and all that stuff. This book languished. This would have been a $10 book forever if it wasn't for the fact that that the character was mentioned on Peacemaker. And when the character was mentioned on Peacemaker for that exact reason, because like they're like, oh, it's not like a joke like Matter Eater Lad, for example, right?
Yeah.
You knew that that book was going to go up, and sure enough, it's actually reached $40 in
Oh, wow.
some places, in
Damn.
some higher conditions, literally because it's mentioned on a TV show, just the character. Because the character Matter Eater Lad only makes like 7 appearances during the adventure run, and then he's used 3 or 4 more times in the 70s before he resigns from the Legion. Now, as I was telling the guys before that were there, I was telling TM and Biggie before, the character is one of the coolest characters. That they bring him in to eat one of the most dangerous weapons ever
Mm-hmm.
in the 70s, and unfortunately eating this weapon, the energies of the weapon drive him insane to the point where the next couple times you see him, he's actually wearing straitjackets.
Oh wow.
The sensitive 70s, right? So
Mhm.
eventually he gets better and he becomes a senator on his home planet, but and then eventually the president.
Well, that makes sense. You go crazy and then you become a politician.
Yeah, so
I'm so glad that I didn't read the first story because I think that everybody did kind of just like it bummed them out. They're like,
Oh, the
well,
Prince
it
was fun.
was the Prince and the Pauper, right? It's the same story.
Yeah, it's Prince and the Pauper.
Yeah. All right. Well, you guys figure it out. I'll get this in there. Oh my God, this is the 5th worst book ever.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
Yeah,
horrible
I
cover,
even gave
dude.
the cover grace, man. That cover
That
is
could have been easily
like-
been
if I was being honest with myself, I only gave it grace because it is Kurt Swan, but that cover is not good.
yeah.
It's
I
not
take
one that
that
really
back.
yeah.
It's the 5th. Yes. Ugh.
okay. The birds were drawn. I mean, everything was drawn correctly. It was just a mess, and
It's not a good cover. Like it's just not one that you'd be like, "Ooh, I want that cover,"
Even
because
on the
it's a bunch
inside,
of
it's
birds
like-
flying.
They're pointing up in the air, and they're just standing there. And you can get so much more out of stuff.
Well, and what it is I don't want to cover with birds on it. I don't like birds.
That works.
It wasn't a great cover.
All right,
Um,
I'm next, I believe.
Hold on, I need to ask Matt a question.
Yeah, sure.
So we read this book. Obviously, you didn't think it was stellar either. What made you go like, hey, this is the one I'm going to pick? Like, it takes 5 weeks to get there.
I picked this one because actually I had been reading another story, and Matter Eater Lad was mentioned in the story. I was reading a Legion book, and the thing was, I thought that would be an interesting book to pull because it would be a short read, but at the same time, like again, I'm doing this with I like it. I do like the story. I like it a lot. The problem is I'm doing it on its merits, on its piece merits. Like, my enjoyment level, I can put it easily at a 4. Just me enjoying it as part of the Legion.
Eat more people.
Yeah, eat more people. but I was being realistic here. I mean, I agree with
funny
you.
though if they had brought him in against Doomsday and he eats Doomsday and then problem solved and they're like, oh,
Yeah.
that was easy.
That'd be amazing. That'd be really good.
Yeah. See, I agree with TM with regards to this is for a kid, right? This is and it is written by the original, the guy who created Superman, right? So you would think that he would have a little more into the characters because he created Matter Eater Lad. He didn't just make Superman in that sense. Like he's created a lot of the Legion guys because he wrote the Legion for about 2 years in the 60s. And I just, it's like the memory of the kid, and then you sit down and you really read it again. You go, oh.
Well, it is meant for kids, so it's
Yeah.
there's nothing wrong with it. I mean, like,
there were so many other adventure stories. Like I'm sitting there realizing, why didn't I pick 313 instead? It's a Supergirl centric adventure story, and as a Satan Girl, it's a lot better. Like
that's a fun looking one, and I like some of the interior panels too.
Yeah, no, again, I thought that this would be a fun choice. That's all.
Yeah, that's fine. I had the lowest score. D was the second lowest. Looks like TM.
I think I was lower than TM.
I have to go scroll all the way back up. Where is Alan? Okay, TM. Yeah, TM was higher than Alan. Alan, and then Matt. All right.
See, I still gave it the best score.
We did. This is understandable. Oops.
Yeah, pick another book.
By the way, my new channel name is going to be Fatter Eater Lad.
Oh, cool. Oh, nice.
Batman.
I still haven't read it yet.
That's what we're doing, baby. Hey, look, D's ready. Yeah. Yeah, 3 of us have the book. Does everybody have
I'm gonna grade this cover. I'm grading it on this cover, though. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, dude, I'm grading it on
Jeff the Shark versus Crypto. Well, that's an interesting.
Just gotta grab mine.
But I thought you would give it a low score based on that, D. I don't think that's in the story, is it?
It is.
Yep.
Oh, really?
There's
there's a bunch of mini stories inside the book. It's not just Deadpool and Batman.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll leave it up to y'all if you want to read the whole thing, but the first story is the main one.
Okay. I'll read the whole thing anyways.
I'll base it off this one.
Because I think the first one is the best.
Is that
my fault, Tim. Let's see your copy.
Oh, that's that looked like Elektra at first. It's
Daredevil and Green Arrow. Cool.
All right.
When I saw his arm, it looked like you know how Elektra has the leg thing, like the
leg thing. Okay.
Yeah.
It was either that or Batman Spawn for me, and I just went with the newer one.
This is for you, Alan, since you don't watch my channel.
I sometimes watch your channel. I have that book.
I have that one too. That's pretty awesome cover.
Yeah, my shop just threw it in for me. They were like, "Hey, here's a book for you." That's not just all that they threw in. They threw in quite a bit. I appreciate my shop.
I have to go to my shop tomorrow.
See what Stepper's saying. Guys in the day, we thrilled to have Legion stories. Adding a new Legion story to the canon of the team was great. In the continuum of early 1960s comics, as a 9-year-old, it was cool. Yeah.
And I 100% agree with his comment.
Yeah.
Once upon a time,
unfortunately, I'm a 54-year-old man now, not a 9-year-old boy.
15 instead. Once upon a time, First Legion was considered this. Yes, that's true.
Yes, that is true.
Mm-hmm.
You're biased, Matt. Hey, I'm gonna stick to my guns. I know that people love the Legion. That book was PU.
It wasn't that.
It wasn't that bad. But I could completely see why people.
What was the worst book? Is it one of the X-Men ones?
Yeah, what's the worst book?
Well, let's take a look. I closed the.
We'll go around the horn, but we'll do that real quick. Yeah.
Well, what's the next week's? No, sorry, I forgot. Don't mind me.
The worst book.
You have a copy.
The worst book at 30.6% was Excalibur 71.
Oh man, I'm just glad I wasn't here for that. I heard Excalibur wasn't a good series at all.
Fatal Attraction. It was part of the Fatal Attraction storyline that we were.
It's one of the best stories we read, in my opinion, but that's fine.
Oh, geez, that was bad.
It was good.
If you read it from upside down, it's the best story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
The second worst is the Fantastic Four 353, also one of my choices.
Oh man. That wasn't as bad though. That's weird. I enjoyed that one way more.
Really, that was the second worst. What was that one about?
That was the one with the
time.
Yeah,
the time. Oh, the
Owen Wilson character.
Yes,
from Loki.
Yeah, that wasn't that bad.
It wasn't that bad. That's weird, huh?
There was only 4 of us, but that came out as a bad percentage. D completely wrecked the book. I was actually pretty critical.
I thought there was the scene where they were.
He came in like a wrecking ball.
Worlds away. I thought that was kind of funny. And the Supergirl was in there or something like like that.
Yes, I did show that part. I remember showing
Yeah,
the
I thought
Easter
that was
egg
kind of cool.
Supergirl.
I particularly love Silver Age Superman too. This was one of the one times I was let down. Usually I'm all into it, but there was no like real fighting. It was just like a detective thing with superheroes.
And there was very little detective in the detective thing too.
Yeah, it was very easy to understand. So I just didn't. I wasn't into it. I did not work.
I know Brainiac 5 thinks he's some smart guy, but we all figured it out.
I would have given the Legion story like a 1.5. I really, the Superboy story pulled it up, and the 2 short stories pulled it up for me.
I get it. Like I said, I can understand. The thing is, just because I love it doesn't mean everybody else is going to love it. And even I was looking at it a little critical because when it comes to the art, John Forte is a pretty good artist, but this wasn't his best story. Just like Jerry Siegel. Jerry Siegel is a hit and miss writer. He's either really awesome or he's really bad. This is more on the bad side.
All right. Well, let's sidetrack it. We did scary covers. What's this week's topic, Alan? I didn't get it done before the show. I usually get it done.
It's going to be War this week.
War. Got it.
Remembrance Day or Memorial Day, as you guys call it in the U.S.
Yeah, but make sure to put it out after 11:45 a.m. Eastern.
Well, I gotta get the one done before it. What's the one before it?
The one before it
that was the Halloween covers.
Halloween one. Covers. Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was something else. Okay, like sidekicks or something. But all right.
No, that was like a while ago.
No. That was. I think you're thinking of my IG themes I'm putting on. I was like the tertiary character.
Oh, my bad. Okay. Oh yeah, what do you got going on though, Alan? You got some stuff this week?
That's the big thing on Friday. I don't have a video idea for Saturday, so I'm actually going to ask you guys. I would like to think of one big question to answer in terms of comic book collecting, and then just do sort of like a commentary video.
Why? I got
Saturday
a perfect
video?
one for you. Why Golden Age is better than modern?
Okay.
Unless someone else can do a better one than that, but I think it absolutely is better.
Why is Golden Age better than modern, and why are you lying about it?
Now stories, they're not.
Am I lying about it?
The stories aspect isn't better, but the art is better in my opinion.
I don't know. Some of the modern stories I don't really like. I mean, there are some good modern ones, but
yeah, I think modern writing is better, but not artists.
Honestly, I think you should. What I think you should do is make a video of books you wouldn't normally make videos about.
Books I normally wouldn't make videos about.
Like for example, you show some books more than others.
Mm-hmm.
Pull out books that you haven't shown before and show them and talk about them.
Yeah, Matt's throwing shots this evening.
I don't know, because that's what I do. That's what I do sometimes.
Well,
that's why I get my daughter to pull books.
I got you.
I do that on my Monday special where I randomly will grab books that I hadn't shown for a while and then show those.
He just picks what he likes, I think that you do a good job at showing your whole collection.
I'm just throwing out an idea. It's the same thing I do with my daughter.
So far, I like Biggie's idea. You guys, and you guys have to, up that. So, so far, Biggie's idea is the best of them.
If you guys got anything, shoot it in there, D or TM.
I will say that modern books, they try to use as little panels as possible. It's almost like splash page this, splash page.
A lot of splash pages in modern books.
I kind of enjoyed that for some reason. I would say maybe reframe it, not say why is Golden better, but it'd be like which one is better. But
I'm going to say why are Golden Age books awesome and why modern books really, really suck.
Okay. I like that even better, actually.
I'm just joking. I'll probably phrase it a little bit more.
We'll give D and TM some time to think about what they might suggest. And what do you got, Matt?
Well, there's no Superman show this weekend. On Tuesday coming, Robbie Joseph will be my guest.
Hey.
Yeah, I'm excited for that. That's gonna be cool.
He has got an amazing collection. I've seen quite a bit of it, and it's going to be a real treat.
Is he gonna get a chance to go to his like storage unit and pull some?
He's already done so.
Ah, cool.
Well, the coolest
He's-
part of it is this will be the first time anybody on YouTube will see Robbie
What-
Joseph.
What
That's
if he's
right.
like, he's not that much older than us. So what if he
No.
turns a, like I'm
But he's
I'm
got an
curious.
amazing collection, and he's got like he was telling me some of the stuff
He
that
has high
he's
grade
he's
stuff
got.
too.
He has high grade stuff. He's up there. He's up there with you and Steppo and Doc, man. He's
Hmm.
Well,
You guys are going-
don't get too far ahead of yourself. We'll see about
I'm
that.
just saying.
No, he has some
trust
good
me.
stuff. Yeah.
I sat with him before we did this tonight, and he showed me some of the books he's going to show. You guys are going to.
I don't doubt it. I think he's a good collector. We'll see. Yeah.
He's going to be great, and of course, I am going to make it with Alan this Friday if he'll have me.
No, you're not invited.
No, you kicked off. You missed too many.
You've been kicked
You
out.
come on my channel, though, Matt. You're always welcome.
And I will probably be joining you, yes, for your show, Biggie.
Thank you so much. All right, good. Thank you, guys. D, he's a reclusive guy. He hangs out with me, and I'm very, very, very thankful, D. I would be very sad if I didn't have you. And NWO, we got us one, baby. We got an award. Even as much as they don't like me, somehow we still got one, dude.
You deserve it, and you deserve more.
Oh, thanks, man. You're the best. And D, that's D's award, too, because he worked with me for a whole freaking year the year before, so, and some of this year, so. All right. TM's got a lot going on. What do you got, TM?
Well, Friday, I don't know what time yet. Me and Bobby will be getting together for the 100th episode of Chatting with the Comic Community. Tune in for that. He'll be giving away an art book. It'll be for sure happening. Just keep a lookout on my channel for that when it'll drop. We were supposed to be today before this show, but sadly, some confusion with time zones and stuff, which is it happens. So yeah, I don't know. I'll be on Alan's channel one of these days.
It really depends. If we don't have enough people, because I have like a whole bunch of people that I put to the top of the list, and then if there's space,
I was on the list, but I got taken off.
You're not off. You're on the list. Okay.
Oh, you're on a list, all right.
Keep a lookout for Biggie mentioned it, Hot Five Commandments and stuff. Shout out D too. D definitely deserves an award for that too, because he was early on for that show as well and really brought it to light with Biggie Shack. And he was like the first one with you doing the show, so you got to give the shout out to the first. So
Right.
shout out to D in that for the Hot Five Commandments. Keep a lookout for that because I have a cool list this week. I think you guys will appreciate it. And
It's on YouTube, so I'm going to have to pay more attention.
That's right.
Collector Club on Friday. Sometimes I hang out at Matt Spotty's. I'm always on Church on Bleecker Street. I'm usually trying to be the first one there. Just like I'll be the first to back Murder King. Shout out Murder King. Go get yourself notified for the launch of Murder King. That's Bleecker and Callie's comic coming out with Rad doing an amazing cover and actual Dracula, and Rad doing the cover or interior for that. I just want to shout that out. I'm just wasting time. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. I want to say that after your interviews, you're going to be doing a new segment too, and we'll keep that in the wraps. I'm not going to ruin it for you, but look out for new content coming from TM. And I want to shout out to all the people that got nominated and the people that didn't even get nominated. And I think that everybody's content's good. I don't want to boo-hoo anybody and say, oh, they should have won or whatever, and this and that. Congratulations to all y'all. I am so thankful I found my people that enjoy the history of comics, and we do our best to learn and share what we learn with y'all. So we'll be back in a week with Batman, Deadpool, and what else? So book Collector Club. we've been spoiled, man. That last one, dude, that one should be in the freaking Hall of Fame as one of the best episodes.
Oh yeah, definitely.
People need to rewatch that. If you don't know what we do on Collector Club, go watch that. It was a little lengthy, but
I think that was like what you should title it is like $1 million worth of comics shown, because I think it was something like that.
I got a lot of feedback from people. Not a lot of comments, but a lot of people told me like they really enjoyed it. But maybe Doc will be back. We'll see. And if not, we'll just do something, maybe get ready for. I want to get back to one-on-ones because the Royal Rumbles are too tough, but I don't want to stop everybody from getting a chance to battle. So maybe we'll do a number one contender or something. But yeah, besides that, shouts Big Chonko, Bleeker, Strange Dog, Benny Blanco. The chat was popping tonight. Appreciate everybody that came through. Appreciate my panel. This, it's kind of hard to get all together on Wednesday night and do this at the end of the night. You guys get back to your food, get ready for tomorrow, and we'll get gassed up for tomorrow, guys. We're going to get on out of here. Thank you so much. # enjoy.
Big Biggie. Biggie.